What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Do I have a video today? I accidentally bought 2 light towers on an online auction. The auction website was called IronPlanet. I look on this website every week. I've never bought anything. I was always kind of skeptical about doing it. I'm gonna take you guys along for a ride to see how this works, how the process goes. So far, through the checkout, I paid for them. It was super easy, no problems at all. But we are actually gonna go pick up these units, see how they look compared to the pictures and the information that was online, and I will tell you guys about the whole process. Let me show you guys here what I actually bought. Okay, so I printed out the 2 sheets of the items I bought, and here's what happened. I was on the online auction, and I was just looking at stuff in my area, and I saw these 2 light plants. I saw this one here, which looked pretty good. It only has 3,000 hours on it, which for a light plant is not much at all. You can see it's a 2013 Doosan, and I won this thing for $1,200. I think it started at like 500 or 600. I just plugged in 1,200, figuring, hey, I'm not gonna get this thing. Came back at the end of the day, and sure enough, I won it for 1,200 bucks. When I bid on this, I really didn't think I was gonna get it for 1,200. I thought it would sell for much more. So there was another one at that same location, and I figured, hey, you know what? I'll go 700 bucks on this guy. And sure enough, I ended up with both of them. So now I have the joys of going to pick up these things. And of course, it's not as easy as just going and hooking up my truck to it, because I bought 2 of them, so I don't want to make 2 trips. So I'm going to grab my trailer, and I'm going to go put both of these in the trailer and take them home. This one is also a 2013. It's a Magnum brand. It looks a little different. You can see that's the other one. It's a Doosan. This is the Magnum. And this one's got quite a bit more hours. It's got 36,000 hours. So pretty crazy how this one has 3,000 and this one has literally 10 times the amount. But you know what? The ad says that they both ran and the lights worked, and you know, I don't know. It's not a whole lot of money, but we'll see if I get burned or not. These are the 2 sheets from the auction of what the actual items look like. When I checked out for them, they gave me an item release page. This is the item release page. It says it right up at top. It gives you your information. It tells you the serial number. It tells you the seller's contact information. So I paid for it last night. I contacted them last night, and I told them I was coming to pick it up today. Luckily, it's a Sunbelt Rentals that is selling both of these guys, or sold them, I guess, through IronPlanet. There's the IronPlanet. So luckily, I can pretty much just roll up there anytime today between 8 and 5, and as you can see, it's 8:17. So we're gonna load up the trailer and get out of here. Well, in a sense, I'm kind of happy that this actually happened, that I did buy these things. I really didn't need 2 of them, but I am happy that I did actually get something on this site, because for a while I've actually seen quite a few deals, but you know, they're $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, and just never using this site, I was always a little nervous to buy something through it. I'm kind of glad that it's only a grand or 2, and it's like a good test to see how the service works. Does the website work? Is it a scam? You know, I don't think it's really a scam, but you know, you always hear nightmares about buying equipment online or sight unseen. You know, hopefully this works out, and maybe I can buy some more stuff in the future. You know, no matter what the outcome is, at least you guys will see how this worked and how the process is. So I've got the trailer behind me right now, and we should be there in about 25 minutes. I'll check in with you then. All right, we are here. Here is the Sunbelt. Let's see. So I am going to go up front and see how this works. So I was just inside, and I'm currently waiting to be loaded. Just sitting here. Show you their yard. Here's the trailer. I asked them if they could load it on here with the forklift. They said no problems. We'll see when that happens. All right, well, they got me all loaded up. I'm all chained down. We are ready to rock and roll. I didn't start these things or anything. They just loaded me up right away, so. Here's the setup. That's what it looks like. Let's get to it. It's been a few weeks later, and finally getting around to messing with these two light towers. But here they are. I've started them up and ran them and gone through them a little bit. We'll start with this guy. This is the one that has like 3,000 hours on it. It's in pretty good shape. It's a Doosan. Fired it up and only 3 of the lights worked. Did some research online. I was able to buy a light bulb at Menards for it. Pretty massive. But I ended up replacing it and all 4 lights work now. So this opens up. When you twist this, that holds it there. One of the cool things I found when I bought this is if you look right here, that's the fuel line. So I got quite a bit of fuel that came with this thing, which is pretty cool. I'm sure you guys know diesel's pretty expensive right now. But I mean, here's a shot of inside the engine bay. Nothing looks horrible, a little dusty. But I would say it's pretty clean. It's a little wet right there, but that's because when you pull in and out the dipstick, it kind of hits that. It even has the original owner's manual right there. I went around and all the jacks work. The only one that does not work is this one up here. It just spins. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But the winches work. You know. There's 4 light bulbs. There's a little dent right here. It doesn't look like it's actually hit the radiator at all, but that got smashed in a little bit. There's a jack back here. Control panels over here. Pretty basic. 3,387 hours. There's the key switch. 2 sets of lights, your 120 volt plugs. Some information on it. A couple times it's been serviced. Last service was at 3274, and the next one should be at 35. We're at 3387. So one thing interesting about this one is that for some reason it doesn't start on first go. So it says hold it for 5 seconds. 3, 4, and so I'll start it. It just dies. Do it again. But always on the 3rd time, it works. Weird. I don't know. But it runs. Fires right up. It's clean, you know, I thought these would have more rust on them. Kubota. Let it warm up for a minute and then we'll turn the lights on. It takes like 10 minutes for them to warm up. You can see them starting to go. It runs good, lights work. thought this was funny. I just charging my camera battery. It just went full. So the plug works. Just like that. Here's the next one. This one's brand is Magnum. A little different shape, as you can tell. That's got an angle at the top. This is more squared. This one starts really, really good. Let's open this up. So here's the engine bay on this one. Again, it's a little wet right there, but that's all from where the dipstick comes in and out. It just drips there. So I think this one also is a Kubota. Just a little bit dusty in there, not a huge deal. But this panel is a little different. You have your glow plugs, you know, turn left for glow plugs, you can actually hear them, start and run. This one has not only the 120 volt, but it has a 240 volt, which is really cool. If you ever want to do some like welding with like a Lincoln, you know, 225 out in the woods, you could do that because it has this here. This is your main breaker. And then each of the lights are independent, so I'm not sure if you'd ever have less than all of them on, but you have that ability here. And again, this one is about right here full of diesel fuel, so that's quite a bit of fuel. You can see how deep that tank goes. Looks like this one was last serviced at 36,216 hours. And right now it has 36,224 hours. So, has not ran very long since December. It starts great. I really haven't gone through this one too much. I do believe 2 of the lights don't work. The one sometimes works. I think it's a bad bulb or something. At least that's what I'm hoping it is. Here's the other side. Loosen this up. The only thing wrong with this panel over here is that it's starting to separate right here. So I need to zip this together at some point with a new set of bolts or something. But yeah, I mean, same thing over here. It's pretty clean. Here's your battery, generator. It's a pretty simple machine. And then here's the lights. A little different. They have these black coiled for your electric cords. There's some, like I said, those massive bulbs. So let me start this thing up. Like this one runs really, really well. It just fires right up. Let it warm up for a minute and then we'll turn the lights on. You have to turn the main breaker on, just like that. And one by one. So all 3 of these lights are working now. One's out. The one just is kind of finicky. I don't know why. I think it's this one on this side over here. But I got another bulb. I'll eventually replace it. Alright, I just had to hit the test button to reset. That works. pretty neat. I got 2 of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I got 2 of them.